Hi, folks. So, yes, if someone came into my church and started questioning the Word of God, would I call the police on them straight away or at any point in time? No. No, I would understand that God, that's a weird word for a church, but there you go. God can deal with that situation. He is big enough, strong enough, able enough to deal with that. Yeah. Why go to the world? Go to God. Go to God. Anyone who's been a pain in the ass, if I had the authority, I would say to God, let them stay. But can we turn down their voice a bit? That would work. But again, come on. If someone just walks in and says, well, hold it. When you're talking about sin, that shouldn't be the case. If you're not strong enough to defend what you're saying, you shouldn't be talking in church like you are a teacher or pastor, because you're not. If you can't defend what you're saying, then no. Again, can they defend when I say that Paul was wrong? They can't do Jeez. What do they do when you say that? They basically have a fit when you say that. They can't understand that we're supposed to be questioning everything. As I've said before, how many versions of the Bible do we have now? 50? Maybe 100 versions of the Bible, which means the words are different. What they say are different. Right? Should we question what's in that? Yes. All the time. Question. Go to God about what's in the Word of God, because most of the stuff in the Word of God, can we really understand all of it? The answer is no. I can't understand all of it. Of course not. I mean, yeah, for most of my time, I couldn't understand about praying. I couldn't understand about, well, all that sort of stuff. Now I do. Now I understand. But for years and years and years and years, I didn't understand. So therefore, again, if I went to God about it, then he will help me. So again, when I started doing the videos, you can see I was talking about being led by the Spirit. And by talking about being led by the Spirit, then, only then, did the Spirit help me understand about prayer. Only then. Because I was ready. I was asking questions about that sort of thing at that time. So therefore, I was ready for the answers. Right? So go to God. Go to the Father about what you don't understand. He knows what's truth, doesn't he? So again, people in church, they go to the leaders of the church. Humans. And I've said before, if I've got a church, don't come to me for answers. Don't come to me for answers. Unless the Father says to you, you're supposed to be coming to me for that. He wants you to go to me for the answer. Okay? If he says go to me for the answer, then come to me. But unless God has actually told you to come to me, never come to me for the answers. The one who knows all the answer is the Father. So the first one you should go to is him. So again, these people who think they are teachers and pastors, you know. And again, I know they're not straight away, because I know straight away, yeah, how they are as people. Are they of God? If the answer is probably not, or no, if the answer is not absolutely yes, and you know, then there shouldn't be a teacher or a pastor in a church. They shouldn't be. And again, it's like a kid. The kid wants to walk on his own, but you've got that thing to stop that kid run away. Yeah, you've got that. And that kid is trying to run away, trying to run, and you're holding that kid, right? So until that kid really wants to run and is ready to run, no. And that's pastors, teachers, that sort of thing. No. Because again, on Saturday, in that church thing, the person who I was talking to, who was basically saying earlier when he was doing his ministry thing, he was saying basically with young Christians, if you are someone who knows different things about the world, or the word, the word, not the world, okay, and you know something new, don't go to the really, really young Christians who don't know anything. And when he stopped, I said, excuse me, if you've got something that's true, but people don't know, the first person you should go to is the young person who doesn't know anything. Because with an older person who knows so much, they won't even listen to you. Right? Most people won't actually listen to you if you know something completely new that no one knows. Because straight away they're saying, who do you think you are? Someone who knows nothing won't actually think that. That person will think, oh, good, someone wants to say something that's absolutely beautiful and will help me. So therefore, please tell me. Older people will never think that way. But most of them don't, do they? The most old people in church that have been there for 40 years, do they really think most of the time, oh, I want that person to tell something to me that I don't know, that can help me? No. Young people that don't know anything, they're ready to listen. Old people who think they know most of it are not ready to listen. Most of them are not ready. Most young people who don't know anything really, most of them are ready to listen. So yeah. And again, that's why the problem is, they wanted to call the police because I knew that their chance to know and listen was that time earlier today. After that time, they won't have any more chances. That was their chance. So I was trying to actually just talk to them and saying, come on, Let's look at the Word of God. Go to God about it. Nope. Because they're older people and they think they know enough. Right? So they're not ready to listen. So, again, it's different. And that's why I say, go to God. Understand God's way. Because God's way is, So again, the Lord was talking to who? Was he really did he want 10 people walking with him who were really religious people who thought they know everything? No. He chose people that didn't know anything really. So therefore, when he was talking to them, basically in their hearts and where the news were going to, it was basically empty. The people who think they know most of it, where those words are going to, it's completely full. With most of the stuff that in there is completely crap. Right? But okay, that's okay. We all had that. I had it. Most people have it. Until God deals with it. So therefore, Anyway, there you go. Enjoy. I'll speak to you later.